Ajay, all the sets is the one that I don't like at all. It's just way too subjective for my comfort. I'm not that happy doing this. It's a bunch of very dicey assumptions that we need to make. But I'm still going to power through and then discuss this. Maybe our answers are not going to concur, but we'll still create a process of thinking about the different aspects of this. Let's look at this. Ajay has a problem with his consulting team, blah, blah, blah. I hope you've read the context. I'm going to go to the question. Some of the consultants were adept at applying old solutions to new problems. Ajay was not very sure this would work for long. Some of the clients had complained about the performance of old and reputed consultants. Ajay was mulling over the following 5 solutions to tackle this problem. Key point here, which of the following would be the best sequence of decisions taken by Ajay. So we want the order. We're going to do all 5. So decrease the time spent on client interaction. One part. Increase support staff to help consultants remain updated. Decrease the number of simultaneous projects handled by consultants. Make it compulsory for consultants to work on inter-industry and inter-domain problems. Recruit more consultants. Think about this on a time axis. What is going to take time? And then use that input. And so, decrease time spent on client interaction, increase time spent on generating solutions. This is a attitude, habit, cultural issue. It cannot be done overnight, but it can happen overnight. Increase support staff to help consultants. This can happen. I need to hire and train. This again is hire and train. But between 2 and 5, 2 should come before 5 because we've been told that hiring consultants is tricky. So the short-term fix is to hire short support staff to help consultants. Decrease the number of simultaneous projects. Now, this is important, interesting, but this can't be done immediately. If the guy is working on 2 projects, one fine morning you can't say you work on only one. You have to finish that project. So 3 is probably going to take time. Make it compulsory for consultants to work on inter-industry. Make it compulsory. Tell them that over the next year you've got to work on 2 different domains and 2 different industries. So that making it compulsory can be done very quickly. But getting it implemented might take time, but making it compulsory can be done quickly. So it's an attitude thing, habit that has to change. They have to plan. So you probably need to make it little ahead of time. And so 2 comes before 5, 3 comes late. That's roughly what we have to work with. So I don't want to start with 3. Here 5 is before 2, 5 is before 2. So 2 comes before 5. 2 comes before 5, 3 is late, 3 is very early, so I'll eliminate this. This is what I'm going with. We create some rule framework and then look at the choices and mull over them and find out what's the right answers. Let's go to the next one. He implemented some of the steps. Consultants want to renegotiate their contract with the organization. It seems that the organization never mentioned that consultants have to work across industries and domains. Some of the old consultants were reluctant to change their ways, while many of the younger consultants were willing to follow Ajay's advice. What should he do? Retrench old consultants and recruit young consultants. Kick them out. It's not a way to handle. You need to work with them. You can't just kick them out. Pressurize non-conformists by giving preferential treatment to the conformists. Don't listen to them. Know what their issues are. Try to address the issues. Try to see if the problem can be solved. Work together. Don't just pressurize people. Negotiate with the old consultant and communicate that new rules would apply only to the new consultant. You can't have rules working only for a few people. That's all. Do nothing. Discuss the issue in an open house and let solutions emerge democratically. That's what we're looking at. Give them a chance for the old consultants to see that the young ones are willing to follow this. Ajay to have some time with the old consultant to convince them, to get them on board, to say how he can help them, how the younger guys are adapting, to see and learn and come up with solutions. Ajay was to retire in 5 years and he wanted to leave behind a legacy. Very good. Order the following activities from the most important to the least important that Ajay should undertake in the next 5 years. Remember, there are 5 statements here. All our choices have only 4. So one out of this is going to get eliminated. Which one? Think about this. This is out. You don't want to do nothing. So we are going to sequence only 2, 3, 4, and 5. So we're out with this. We're out with this. We're out with this. So we're between 2, 3, 4, 5 and 2, 5, 4, 3. So set a future direction for the organization in these challenging times. That is number one. Clear. Between 3 and 5 is what we need to think. Benchmark performance with respect to the best consulting company in industry. Infuse fresh thinking by hiring outsiders. And which would come first? You are setting a path. You will not go out and immediately hire outsiders. You will introspect and see where do we lack, where do we stand. You set a vision, know where you stand, empower your consultant, then infuse fresh blood. So it's 2, 3, 4, 5, not 2, 5, 4, 3. This question becomes far easier when you look at this and say this one is out. I'm boiling it down to 2 answer choices. Then we can figure out and make life easier later.